welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got the American League Wild Card Series on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you, and a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for game 2, Chris.
Absolutely, and it might seem like there's not as much pressure if you've already got a win in game 1, but they're dying to close this series out right here and now. The last thing they want is to lose the momentum and go into a do-or-die game 3. That's a lot of pressure.
Sometimes it feels like every game in a 3-game series is do or die. First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. And our pitcher in this game, Drew Rasmussen.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up. Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
There's a swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. Kicks and deals. Stays alive. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Now, Brendan Donovan.
Hey, we got one here.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Ball 1. Franklin. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Yandy Diaz now. Pitch misses inside. And it's 1-0.
No ball, no strike.
Fastball for a strike.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
This to center field. Mullins makes the catch. That is the inning. 1 left for Tampa. Scoreless after 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Rays, Francisco Mejia. That's in for a strike. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. In the air, left field. Hayes has it sized up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You got to be sharp.
Isaac Paredes, batting with one down, takes a strike. In the air, right field. Santander makes the catch for the out. 2 away now. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. Caminero starting as the designated hitter, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one ripped. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Everything came together for him. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
That smash towards center. Mullins makes the play, and it's out number 3. The Rays strand just the 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And we're back. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. And a pitch. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Foul ball there. The lefty fires. Line drive. Bounces over the wall in foul ground, and it's an automatic double. So the Rays batting order turns over. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And the dirt squirts away from Rutschman. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. The 1-0. And a strike.
1-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2. On the ground, Henderson fires to first, but the go-ahead run comes in to score. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. That one fouled hard the other way. 1 run across to the frame so far here in game 2. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And here it comes. And down on strikes he goes. That's out number 3. But they push across. Wild card series, game 2. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Randy Arozarena. 0-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Sizes this one up. And puts the squeeze on that one. 1 down. Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Paredes stands in now and watches strike one. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And a pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the wild card series. Inside, almost got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tampa, but they still lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and now Junior Caminero. Franklin back to work. And that skips into dirt.
Well, these Rays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Right back to him on the mound. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Well, it's been a struggle on offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error can certainly give the opposing lineup something to get excited about. You got
save. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And 1-1. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1-2.
Left field. Hayes has it sized up. Makes the grab, and there's 1 down. Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1 out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. Gets a piece and stays alive. And now the lefty out towards right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Fires it to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 2-0.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. 1 down. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
In the dirt. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Chases that one out of the zone. 2 gone.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Late on that fastball. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 3-run dinger. And they boost their lead. It's 5-0. Arozarena in the box again. Takes a strike. 4 runs already in the frame here in the second game of the series. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher.